Bro.
Pleasure, Mazi. Let's pass it over to Ashley right now, who will get to have a sit down with Willis the Word Master in Mind Your Language. Ashley.
All right, of course, that is Jesse Rogers with Nameless himself, the legendary Nameless. He never seems to get old. Every time I see him, he looks the same. But of course, Friday Briefing is not Friday Briefing without Willis the Word Master. And tonight, I have you with me in the same set. It's good to see you, Willis.
Yes, great, Ashley. One great thing that I've just loved is the way you started the program. You see, in the first place, I would say welcome to the Lakeside City.
Yes.
And, you know, as always, the very tradition of KTN, doing it anywhere in style and wonderfully well. And then you started with a wonderful word,
Yes.
Oimoreuru. That is a greeting for the evening. And Jesse also, you know, again on Rio Maber.
Yes.
You know, he said he hopes everybody has had a wonderful day,
Yes.
especially for the evening.
Of course.
How was your journey to Kisumu?
It was really nice. It's very far, but we're glad we reached safe. But before we get to the pronunciation, Willis, I'd just like for us to listen to Word of the Street. But before that, what other words do you have? Of course, we have the likes of bacon as we wait for Word of the Street.
Well,
we have bacon, bacon,
Yes,
beacon.
all those.
That's what I heard someone say today.
It happens. You see, I always say
Yes.
nobody's perfect. But Ashley, one thing that you must just understand is that when it comes to English, you
Yes.
see, we are non-native speakers
Yes.
of the language.
Yes.
But we can try, just like, you know, when you speak, somebody may wonder, is this somebody from Kenya speaking? You see, that mastery of language, especially in careers of
Yes,
serious communication. Anyway, the words that I have, I'll be collecting from those who have sent in, and then the rest you'll ask me as we go along
Of
after
course,
the word
Willis.
on the street.
Yes, of course, Willis. But as we wait for the Word of the Street to play, maybe we can just take a look at some of the words. Maybe one that you have from your fans.
Well, what I'll share with our dear viewers is this word that many people, you see, for the past 2 or 3 weeks, actually, people have been asking me about that word on the internet, almost everywhere, even on the street.
Yes.
R-I-P-A-R-I-A-N.
Yes.
Many people have been saying riparian. Actually, we have the diphthong. When we talk about a diphthong, I'm talking about a dual vowel glide. Like we
Yes.
say rai, that I.
Rai.
The 2 vowel sound, that
Yes.
glide. Riparian. You
All
say
right.
riparian.
All right, Willis. Before we continue, let's just have a look at the Word of the Street.
Maneuverable. Maneuverable.
Maneuverable. Maneuverable. Maneuverable.
Maneuverable, maneuverable, maneuverable.
Maneuverable, maneuverable, maneuverable.
All right, so which is which, Willis? Is it maneuverable, maneuverable, maneuverable? Which one is which?
Well, as I always say,
Yes.
we laugh just a bit for the sake of learning, but not laughing at anybody.
Yes.
And in fact, as we go for this word, the acceptable pronunciation, that is the accurate pronunciation, is maneuverable. Maneuverable. And
Maneuverable,
actually,
yes.
this word, you know, it means that which can easily be taken from one place to another. That is,
Yes.
that which can be moved easily from one point to another position, and you say maneuverable. What our dear viewers should also understand is that this is the British spelling of that word. We
Yes.
have the American spelling where letter O is not there. That is, we have M-A-N-E-U-V-E-R-A-B-L-E.
Yes.
But now the one we have on the street is the British spelling, and the pronunciation is
maneuverable.
Exactly that
Maneuverable.
way.
All right, Willis. And there's this word that means dryness in the mouth. Of course, it's spelled Xerostomia. Is it xerostomia? Is it xerostomia? Which is which?
The second pronunciation,
Yes.
actually. That letter E takes the long vowel sound E. So you say Z. And remember, it's an X, but it takes the sound Z, what we call the voiced sound Z. And you say xerostomia, xerostomia. Just like you also say Xerox, not Xerox.
All right.
Xerox, xerostomia.
Xerostomia.
Yes.
All right, Willis. There's also another word. Is it charade, charade?
Oh.
It's CHARADE. Which
Yes.
one is it? I've had several pronunciations.
That is charade. What is taken to be true, but it's not actually true.
Yes.
That which comes out of pretense that something is right, but it's actually not right in that case. For instance, you can say, or it's not true or factual in that case.
Yes.
When it's not true, like you can talk about a political pact. When we say the political pact was a charade, that means it was not true.
Yes.
It was something that was not it was not credible. So the pronunciation is charade.
Charade.
Yes.
All right, Willis. And of course, there's this car that we see a lot. It's very long, known for posh people.
Yes.
Limousine. Which
Yes,
one is it?
You've even given alternatives.
Oh,
and
all
that
right.
is why I always say when it comes to, KTN, listening to KTN presenters speaking, sometimes you just feel, oh, this is great, because getting the sounds right is always something which is very crucial when it comes to the careers of serious communication. Just the way you said.
Yes.
That large, expensive, and comfortable car
Yes.
is pronounced as limousine or limousine. So
Okay.
you can say zine or just zine.
No sin.
They are not sin.
No
That
sin.
sound, that S takes the voiced sound Z. Yes, limousine or limousine.
Okay.
Yes.
And of course, Willis, apart from that, the trend nowadays for young people is to draw art in their body. Of course, the person who actually draws this is it a tattooist? A tattooist?
Yes, we say tattoo, for
Tattoo.
the drawing.
Yes.
Then the person who draws, a tattoo on people's body and as a job,
Yes.
the person is called tattooist.
Tattooist.
Yes.
Okay. Tattooist.
Yes,
And
tattooist.
most of these people who draw these tattoos are actually built people. And of course, the physical exercise intending to develop strong and attractive body is called calisthenics. Calisthenics.
Yes, you say calisthenics. The primary stress,
Okay.
that force that you give is on thenics. You say the.
Thenics.
The, then nix. Calisthenics.
Thenics.
Calisthenics.
Calisthenics.
Yes.
Not
actually.
calisthenics.
No. Okay, we have the word call,
Yes.
but don't say calisthenics. Just like we have the word vine, but don't say vinegar. You say vinegar.
Vinegar.
You also say vineyard, not vineyard.
It's
but
vineyard.
vine is vine. Yes,
Okay.
it's vineyard and vinegar. So one thing about...
Vinegar or vinegar?
No, vinegar.
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 Okay.
Now, one thing which I wanted to explain, especially for the phoneticians who may be understanding what I'm talking about, the English orthography, that is the spelling system, is a bit irregular when it comes also to the issue of phonology, that
Yes.
is the sound system. So you'll find the English spelling and pronunciation, they are very regular for certain words. For
Yes.
instance, you may have the word horse, the animal,
Yes,
horse.
horse.
But you don't say was, you say was. So you'll realize that the only difference is W and H. So
Horse
the regularity,
and was.
horse, was. You say
Was.
had,
Horse and was.
we have had
Yes.
and word. You don't say had and,
And
word.
word.
You
Okay.
say had, but the other word is word. But the only difference is that H
Okay.
and the W. So that is why we talk about the regularities of English spelling and pronunciation.
I've had the
Ashley.
word so many times instead of word, so it's word.
It is a word. That's
Word,
A
yes.
and R.
Yes.
Linguistically speaking or technically speaking, we talk of what we call now a digraph, a combination of two letters representing one sound. So that A and R, they combine to form the long sound O in word.
Word.
You also say an award,
Okay.
reward. You get that?
Yes,
Yes.
reward and award word.
Yes.
All right, Willis. What other words do you have for us
Well,
today?
maybe we'll go straight to what I've just received.
Yes.
That is for the words which are coming from dear viewers. And the first person is Tom Marwa of Kehancha, Kuria.
Yes.
Tom and our dear viewers, you say towards. Many people find themselves actually saying towards.
Yes.
Towards, you don't say that.
Towards.
The pronunciation of that word is towards. Then we have Ahmed Guhad of Garissa. C-H-A-L-I-C-E. That cup, which is normally used in churches, you say chalice. Chalice. But remember, the name of a person is Charles. Charles.
Okay.
Certain communities or certain areas, you'll hear somebody talking about I saw or saying I saw chalice. That is not there. For the name, no. You say Charles. Charles. But for that holy cup, you say chalice.
Okay.
Now, Sarah or Sarah Amalemba, you say cork, and you also say ambiguous. Ambiguous, locally we find ourselves saying ambiguous, but it is ambiguous. You also say conspicuous. Now, Peter Omolo of Migori, you say vulnerable. Vulnerable. Thomas Lennox Nganga of Nairobi, you say a gown. Gown. Wedding gown. Have you heard some people saying gone?
Gone.
Gone. Very common. You agree with me on that?
Yes,
there are
it's
people
very
who say
common.
wedding gone, academic gone, but it's a gown. G-O-W-N is a gown, not a gone.
Gone.
Just like clown,
Gown, yes.
crown,
Yes.
frown, and all that. This is where we have now the regular phonology vis-a-vis the spelling.
Okay.
Now, we have Sandra Chepngetich of Eldoret. You say boutique. Boutique. Many people find themselves saying boutique, especially as they walk. Where are you going? I'm going to the boutique. That bo is not there. You say boo.
Boutique.
Boo. Boutique. Boutique.
Boutique.
Then, yes, that is how you said it. Caroline Nelly Mutuku of Machakos, you say utopia. Don't say utopia. It's utopia, not utopia. And finally, we have David Wanyama, Darwin Osemigel, and Doreen Oirere of Kisi. This is a tricky one.
All right.
When you have A-U-N-T, that is for a relative, you say aunt with the long, open sound, an aunt, your aunt. But that insect, A-N-T, has the short, open, low front sound, ant. The other one is a long one.
Okay.
So, aunt and aunt for David Wanyama, Darwin Osemigel, and Doreen Oirere. Then Brian Okech, you say delete. People find themselves saying delete.
Yes.
Delete? No. Delete. Delete.
Okay.
That is how you should pronounce it. Otherwise,
delete.
Yes. Delete.
Delete.
Yes.
Okay.
Delete.
All right.
Yes.
Delete, not delete.
Not delete.
All right.
Now, maybe you may be looking for the surprise word for tonight.
Of course,
and that one I would just tell viewers very clearly. You say mutual, not mutual. That is M-U-T-U-A-L. Mutual. Mutual understanding, not mutual understanding. You also say mutiny. Then I would share with them some confusing words here, and I would show our cameraman. Now, we have, when you do something in a hurry, we call it haste. Haste. You can see the phonetic transcription that I've used here, that is under IPA, or what we call the International Phonetic Alphabet. Then we have heist. When we talk about a bank robbery, don't say the haste or the bank haste. No. You say heist. The glide is I, but for hurry, H-A-S-T-E, you say haste. And then we have also these abbreviations. Very tricky. We have hi-fi,
yes,
sci-fi, that is for science fiction,
yes,
and we also have Wi-Fi. But now
I've actually had people say Wi-Fi instead of
many
Wi-Fi.
people say Wi-Fi instead of Wi-Fi, sci-fi, and hi-fi.
Yeah.
That happens, but as I always say, Ashley, we can't know everything in a language which we call a target language, a language that we want to learn, because that is not our first language. Even in your mother tongue or the first language, you can't know everything because languages have very wide vocabularies. But now I think that's time when I have to share what you can get, let me say, only on KTN, always on Friday. That is during the segment Mind Your Language or Mind Your Pronunciation. Now, dear viewers, we have this one as a symbol, what we call a phonetic symbol. A phonetic symbol is that symbol that represents sound. Now, here we have what we call now the sound A. It's the open or low front sound A. When you pronounce this one, you'll realize that this is a short sound. Back, hack, pack. But when you come this side, this symbol, this phonetic symbol, is always for what we call now the long, low, or open front sound A. This one is longer than this sound, or the sound that is represented by A. So here you say back, 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 hack, hack, pack, and pack, because R in these words, or these words, have R as silent. But what is important as you watch KTN is you can now know, if you get a good dictionary or a good dictionary, you can know how to follow the phonetic symbols. That is the sound symbols which are used to guide you on how to pronounce words. And as I've said, only on
KTN.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Willis. Of course, it's always a pleasure, and I'm so glad that we were actually sharing the same set tonight. I hope we do more of that, right, Jesse?
I tell you,
we'll do more.
hi-fi,
Yes.
Wi-Fi, sci-fi.
Yes.
You
Not
can't get
Wi-Fi.
enough. Wi-Fi. No. It's definitely not that. Thank
It's
you, Willis.
Wi-Fi.
It's Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Well, we definitely continue encouraging you guys to send in your comments, especially if you have problems in pronunciation. You can never be perfect, right?
And you know what?
Uh-huh.
This combination, I can't go without saying it now that you are at my backyard. This combination, it's great.
Thank you very
You
much.
deserve a pat on the back and a pat on the back.
Thank you very
Keep
much,
it up.
Willis.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Well, definitely, there you have it. Ashley Missouri sitting down with Willis the Word Master, taking a look at Mind Your Language. Well, we've come to the end of Friday briefing. Unfortunately, it has been exciting. It has been colorful, I must say.
Red seems to be the color of the night.
I'll get me a red suit now.
Yes,
Oh, no,
but you have at
please
least the
don't.
tie has some color that can, in fact, blend with the others. Yes.
Exactly.
All right, and that's where we come to a close here on KTN Friday Briefing. Many thanks for staying with us. Of course, I am Ashley Mazuri.
And I'm Jesse Rogers. We'll leave you with the sights and sounds of Kisumu. Maber.
Onind Maber.